Here we go. It says you are now live, which must mean we are now live. That's it right there. That's the topic. Keto. The keto diet. Ketosis. The ketogenic diet. That's what we're talking about today. Just to give a little bit of background whilst you all join me. Nice hat. It's Mr. Eat Paleo. This is not the ketogenic diet. Actually, someone spoke a little bit on a message on Instagram about a paleo ketogenic diet, which is also partially possible. However, we'll dig into that a little bit. Thanks to everyone who's joined. Sean Hurls, I know you've got something to say about the ketogenic diet. Guys, if anyone has tried the ketogenic diet, please put a comment in the comments section. How was the ketogenic diet for you? Did you get results? Why did you go on a keto diet? Like, why did you try it? If you tried it just because it's blown up in the States at the moment and everyone's doing it, then write that in the comments. I want to hear. I also want to know, Tobias sent something. Thank you for joining, Tobias. How are you, buddy? About epilepsy, how it's actually helped people reduce epilepsy. I think that was the chat there. So if that's the case, Tobias, drop it in the comments. I want you guys to be involved. Give us your thoughts on it. What are you doing? Are you eating the ketogenic diet? Now, if you think about it, ketosis is actually a state where we're essentially carb depleted. If you go onto Google, you can read exactly what I read as well, and you can interpret it in the way that you want to. It's been around for years and years. Actually, the first time I heard about getting into a state of ketosis was somewhere around 2011. A good friend of mine, Ben Greenfield, go and check out his show, bengreenfieldfitness.com. He's super awesome and he knows a lot of stuff, but he was massively into getting into a state of ketosis. He used it a little bit for fat loss and to try and improve performance. If you fast forward 7 years to where we're at now, of course, our good friends over the water in America, yeah, that one, they have taken it. Yanni Brakovic has joined. This could be good. Vic Jet, you've got something to say. I'm not sure what your diet is at the moment. Yanni Brakovic, what are your thoughts on the ketogenic diet? You must put them in the comments. You speak perfect English, so don't pretend to be an Eastern European that doesn't. I know you, I saw you the other day. So Ben used to use it a lot back in the day. Go check out Ben Greenfield Fitness. He was massively into it, and now he's not. It's been launched recently in America a couple of years ago, and it just went bang. Similar to how Atkins went bang, similar to, if you think about it, about 17 or 18 months ago, veganism went bang. I've seen a lot of vegans, or people that went to veganism, that actually went backwards. They gained weight, their performance did not increase, and they did not enjoy it. They've since stopped, and they feel a lot better. So one thing I really want to get over, one point that I think is super, super important, and this, if you've been following my story for the last few days, this is something that you would have seen. For some people, a ketogenic diet, which essentially is pretty high in fat and very low in carbohydrate, and it's using fat to supply you with energy, that's a really simplistic way, but that's what's happening. For some people, it will actually work incredibly well. For some people, it will help them to lose fat. For other people, it will help to lose weight overall. Some of that, be careful, might be muscle. Some people will also see an increase in performance. It, however, and if you've watched a lot of my lives and a lot of the videos that I've done, you'll see that I always think that it's so individual for you. And every single person's body is going to react differently. And I'll give you an example of this. I had some blood tests done quite a few months back now, and what my blood test actually came back with was that I was not able to digest a massively high-fat diet. And when I went on a massively high-fat diet, I had massive digestion issues. I won't go into the gory details. I think you can figure it out. Add 1 and 1 and you'll get 4. But when I came off the higher fat, or when I don't have a lot of fat, my digestion is a lot better. If I then have a really high-fat meal late at night, I pay for it the next day. So it's really something that is very personal. Here we go. Yanni Brakovic says, ketogenic diet is good for the office worker. For someone doing glycolytic stuff, not so good. And what Yanni means by that, he's actually a damn sight smarter than me. You should go follow him. He knows how to ride a bike, Zone 2 only. What Yanni means by that is Glycolytic stuff, glycolytic stuff, is when you're calling on glycogen stores, essentially carbohydrate. If you're doing a sport that is calling a lot of carbohydrate and you don't have any, this is so basic, you don't have carbohydrate in your system, when your body calls on that, when your heart rate's exploding, you will feel terrible and your performance will go down. However, as Yanni says, if you're an office worker and you're sat at the desk in the state that I'm at the moment, actually my heart rate might be a little bit higher than normal, but generally in this state, I'm sitting down, shoulders back, good posture, don't worry about that. My heart is under 100 beats, 70, 65, something like that. Garmin knows, says 23, I'm not sure that's right. So what it enables us to do is we're enabled to be fueled by fat at the lower end of the spectrum. However, if you're doing sport, which a lot of you are doing, and if you're not, I'm gonna punch you because you should be doing sport. I won't punch you physically, but I'll punch you through the live, is that you actually need a lot of the time, a lot of carbohydrate. Not a lot, but you need a supply of carbohydrate. Glycolytic pathway, that's what Yanni's talking about. So guys, have you tried it? What's going on? How do you feel on it? I wanna know, send me a message. As I said, a lot of people have chipped in on this and I think it's a super interesting topic and some people have had great results from it. Why are those people having good results from it? Because their body is able to successfully digest the fat and the sports that they're doing are only in a state that they might not be dipping into that glycolytic pathway too often. So they're able to get by in those sports. Some people also, and this is one thing I want to put out there, some people might not really care about sport, they just care about weight loss. So if you can go on this diet and you can lose weight on it, then that's great. As with all diets, I want you to try and see them as long-term plans. So you have to ask yourself in a certain way whether you're able to sustain this way of eating in the long term. That's super important. Yanni's got another point here. Depends on the person as well. Some do better on a low carb and some on a high carb. If you feel good on keto, but it doesn't say it's the best thing since the sliced bread. Gotta go, bro. Nice to see you. Thanks a lot for chipping in, Yanni. Yeah, and that's the thing. Had a conversation with a guy this morning in the gym. You know, if you're hitting your goals, performance goals, body fat goals, and you're eating pizza the whole day, every day, I don't think it's the right thing for your body, but it's difficult for me to argue with you. However, people that have tried the keto diet and are not getting results, don't be surprised because it just doesn't work for everyone because you can't all digest that much fat and a lot of you are doing a sport which actually demands from you that you tap into carbohydrate and not just fat. So that's really, I mean, we can, if you guys actually put some comments in here, we could go back and forward like we did with Yanni and we could have some chat about it, but no one's in that mood today. So I think that's really all we want to say about this, guys. I think it is a big fad at the moment in the States. A lot of people are getting onto it. 1 or 2 movie stars and rock stars jump into the keto diet and everyone thinks it's great. Also, remember, on Instagram, people are posting stuff that's absolute bullshit. They're posting that they use this supplement and they don't. They're posting that this has happened in 5 weeks. It hasn't. People are posting stuff that's not true. Please don't believe everything you listen to, watch, or see on Instagram, unless it's from my account, of course. Thanks a lot to everyone who's joined. That's a lot for today. Have an awesome day. Have a great weekend. See you next time.